up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode. We are reviewing The Last of Us Episode 9, season finale of Season 1. If you like the content you hear, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. You'll be entered for our PS5 giveaway at the end of this. All right, I'll quickly give you my thoughts. All right, I'm done, guys. Go for
it. Go, Sleepy, go. I'm going to let you take this.
Since you guys missed me last week, I really enjoyed last week as well. I'm going to throw a quick 9 out of 10 out of there. But for this week, I'm also going to mirror that 9 out of 10 because I got my giraffe scene. I got my super cutthroat, pissed off Joel that I was hoping I would get when reaching this scene. Like, he was completely ruthless. That guy put down his gun, still put one in his head. Sergeant's like, oh, I'm not going to let you pull up a scalpel. I'm not going to let you do. Well, guess what, dude? Bullet in the head. All right. Y'all want one or are you going to let her go?
And it was like it happened in the game. To be honest. Everything.
Amazing. Everything about this. There wasn't supposed to be any, I believe, zombie element in this. It was pure Joel, like, realizing you're going to kill her to get the cure. That's not what you told me in the beginning. Like, I love this episode. It's 9 out of 10 for me. What do you think, Gecko?
I have to agree with you on that one. 9 out of 10. Simple reason. I could have. The beginning was whatever, but at the end, I'm grading out what I play at the end and how it finished and how I felt when I played the game the first time. And to me, this is the same thing I felt when I'm playing the game. You know, I was watching this. I used to smoke cigarette back in the day, so I was chain smoking. The ending, my guy had told me I was going to go to this quinceañera, and my guy said, I get to the hospital, and my guy's like, hey, I'm pretty sure I was watching a walkthrough, and that's the last mission. And I'm like, so I'm there arguing, they're arguing with me. I'm playing the last mission because I'm getting ready for this quinceañera. And it made me feel the same way, where I just kept looking at the TV like, damn, you know, like, it's a good story. I didn't expect no zombies at this point because in the game, it happened the same way in the game that they're going to get ambushed by the Firefly. Then the Firefly tries to tell Joel, you know, like, we're taking you. This is what's going to happen, which I don't know why the fuck they had to tell her what was going to happen. They should have just let him see the girl and, you know, finish whatever. But, you know, you explain to the guy that got attached to the girl, like if it was his daughter, what's happening? Guy gets pissed off. Happens what happened in the game where, you know, the little shit in this episode that really got me was like every time he would kill somebody, he would take ammo or he would switch the gun and shit. And it remind me of the game where in the game you start with no gun, you start with a little pistol, you start changing, and at the end you end up with a pistol. And you know, in the game, I actually killed the nurses. In the game, they give you the choice of killing the whole people, like the nurses and the doctor, and that's what I did in the game. Here, he just killed the doctor, and that's it. I would have liked it if, you know, especially if that's what you're gonna tell next, which we don't know what they're telling next, because remember, part 2 takes place like a couple years after part 1, so there's like a middle time frame where I don't know if they're gonna explore that in the show or not. But I would have at least liked it, like a young Abby going through the door and seeing her dad dead. They should have planted that seed there, since we already know that's what happens. You know, remember, that's the whole part of the game. You know, the second game is with Abby killing Joel and whatnot. So I think just because Pedro Pascal is a huge actor, I think we might explore what happened in the years leading to the second season, to the second part 2 game. And I think that's what might happen on the second season. But other than that, I would have liked they would extend on that with Abby, you know, because, you know, they left it in the game and then they explain it in the game in part 2 what happened. You know, they could at least put that teaser, since, you know, we gamers, we already know what happens. And, you know, it would have been a better cliffhanger as opposed to and not a cliffhanger because you could still add that before the finishing, or you could add that as an end credit. The point is, it would have been a nice cliffhanger for fans to stay with. But other than that, I think it's a 9. I think the season overall is a 9. Pretty strong episodes. A 10, Sleepy?
No, I said I agree. 9 for the entire season.
I think the season
they did deviate a bit. They could have used a lot more zombies. I can agree 100%. But I also have to go on the fact that we saw the original actor for Ellie play Ellie's mom.
That was nice. Yeah, that was nice.
Beautiful homage. Like, I love that fact, and just the small little things about like you seeing like Joel's like really breaking down his barriers now for Ellie, and then like he's like, "You're gonna take her from me? I just got this feeling back. Fuck you guys."
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It was a beautiful, beautiful finale. Go on, Tony. Lay it on
your negative rant, yeah, you could go on.
It's not a negative rant. I win. The show's over. I never have to see this crap again. I'm so happy. I never ever have to experience this crap again. And please stop bringing up, it was just like it was in the game. The game sucks. Never played it. The game sucks. The game story sucks. I want to see
Not really.
zombies. I'm not done. You guys, I'll let you guys go. I didn't interrupt. Let me go. Where the fucking zombies at? I get one zombie. I get one zombie every other 4 or 5 episodes. This is not a zombie show. This is some guy who got shell-shocked in the war, lost his wife, lost his daughter, and it's his affirmation in life because now, oh my God, he tried to kill himself. Just like in the game. We saw giraffes. Just like in the game. The game sucks. I'm sorry. I ain't even got to play the game. The game sucks. Just like I said, this show makes me never want to pick up a game controller again. Ever. But thank God, the season is over. I never have to see this crap again. You will never see me review season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. This is officially out of my life. Once we're done recording here, I'm going to go take a shower and watch this evil stank of this game out of my life and out of my body and out of my brain. I'm probably going to put my head through the wall and then rebuild the wall of the shower so I can watch this evil sludge through me. This was one of the worst things I have ever seen in my life. And I'm just glad that it's over. So I'm in a good mood now because I don't have to review this shit no more. No, I'm done. Go for it.
No, hey, we're all entitled to our opinions here, and that's what we love about ourselves.
That's what we do love about ourselves. Like I said, I most likely will be watching season 2. I really, enjoyed it. I understand what you don't like. You said that the video game sucks. You're entitled to your own opinion. We know the sales were great on the game. It got a sequel because the sales were great. I understand where you're being pissed off, but if you see like any Twitch streamer or if you see any Let's Play on YouTube, you will see that the game compared story-wise, the story is the same thing. Now, what you do get in the game is more action, which obviously a game lasts over 30. This game lasts like what, 20-something hours, depending how you're playing. Depends how you're playing. If you're watching through it, it's not an open world game, but the point is like you get more action in the game, and I could just give you, the rating as the story. I enjoyed the story. It was the same story I relived playing the game. The tense part, and that's the thing, that the show didn't have was the tense parts, because in the video game, you're more tense because of, you have to be walking quiet through here and you can't let a clicker see you. You have to kill this zombie. You have to do this. You have to navigate the darkness. You see a lot of those elements in the game. And well, it sucks. At the end of the day, people are going to enjoy what they're going to enjoy, Like you could say a lot of stuff about how unrealistic this is. I could say that a lot of stuff about 90% of the movies and TV shows.
That's not what I said.
Out there. Oh, no, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying you, sir. I'm just saying you could say, like, you could try and say whatever you want, or anybody could say whatever they want. At the end of the day, I don't take movies or TV shows serious. I think they're a way to escape reality. And I think, I actually enjoyed the little details. Like I said, him changing the guys, it felt like the game. It felt like the game, And like I said, when I watch this show, it's just to escape reality because, that'll be a fucked up world to live on, and The Last of Us. So to me, at the end of the day, I grade it as a story was good. It was the same story you got in the video game, except that episode 3 where we lost Tony with the gay romance and whatnot.
Once again, you did not lose me with the gay romance. You lost me because this is a boring story.
Exactly. After that episode 3, we lost you.
No, it's not about a gay romance. It's about a boring story. Because when you portray me as saying you lost me with a gay romance, you're making it seem as if I'm anti-homosexual, which I am not.
I said we lost you after the 3rd episode with the gay romance.
You lost me with with episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, episode 6, episode 7, episode 8, episode 9, because the show did not live up to what this is supposed to be, a zombie apocalypse, because there are no fucking zombies.
There's not.
And you also lost me with all the survivors. Except for the people in Wyoming, everybody else should have been shot because they're fucking stupid. The government was right.
One question
the Wyoming people are 100% correct. Whenever they fucked up and gave people control, they fucked up. They should have been shot.
And that's the same way it goes in the game. It's a fucked up world, which shows you how fucked up the world will get.
No. Because once again, no. You say it's a fucked up world. I'm not saying it's a fucked up world. I'm saying this world has made me want that world. Maybe our world would be better if we had more government control. This show has turned me into a MAGA supporter for some reason every time I watch this show, because that's how bad the damn show is. We need government control so we can get this crap off TV. That's how bad this show is. This has nothing to do with this, like it's episode 3. Like I told you, if I want love stories, I will go watch porn. I want to see action. I want to see shooting. I didn't see there wasn't enough. I was told by this older couple in Wyoming that there's the lake of death. I didn't see one dead body.
That would have been nice too.
I'm like, come on.
See, it's little shit like that where you just have to expand. Where I feel like
we kept Tony.
Yeah, but you're not gonna see. Like, I understand what Tony's saying, because little details like that. If you talk about something like that, you expect it to pay off. And now we knew from the get-go that after that episode, we were done with that area. We knew. So we expected to at least see some bodies going down the stream or some shit, whatever. Now, it's like, Mandalorian. They've been talking about the mythos, you eventually get it. Regardless, however, you see, we never will get that scene again because they move different states, different area, different whatever. So I understand where he said where you mention something and then you don't pay it off. It is kind of like, a cop-out or some BS at the end of the day, because, come on, you explained it. Like, I to be honest, I understand that episode, because when I was watching that episode, it is true, like Tony said, I wanted to at least see a body or something, because they call it, what, the River of Death, was it they call it?
Yep.
Yeah,
the Lake of Death or some shit like that. Yeah. And it would have been cool if they would have paid off. Would have been cool. Like, what would have been cool? Like, they show like this little thing, like, where the bridge is at, because they were pressing to the bridge and the lake or the river was under. That would have been cool. Like, if there was like things like shed covering the water flow, and you see a whole bunch of bodies, which you could have done that because they're walking through the bridge and they look out. If you're looking at the scenery, you could do some cool stuff where I understand what Tony's saying, where they could have paid off. But, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm rating it as, as what I got when I played the first game and whatnot. And Tony's rating it as a consumer of TV as opposed to he played the game, he didn't, So,
well, what are you supposed to rate it as? A TV show or a video game? Because this is a TV show. You have to rate it as a TV show, not rate it as an adaptation of a video game as a TV show.
Oh, if I would have rated it as a video game, that's a 10, bro. I'm giving it a 9 because I'm rating it as a TV show.
But once again, you can't rate it as a video game because it's not. It's a TV
Exactly.
show.
And that's why
I'm
it
And
going
gets
as
a
a
to rate
9,
TV
it as
show,
a.
it sucks. As a
I'm
TV
going to
show,
rate
it
it as a
sucks.
video game adaptation.
No,
which
but
is
it's
a
still
9.
a TV show. It's still a movie. It's not a video game. If you want to rate it as a video game, fine. Maybe it is true to the video game. That means a video game, to me, have you never played it, is not that good, and I don't want to play it. This TV show has made me not want to play any of those story video games, which I've never played. I only played the shoot 'em up games and the sports games. I was never, when I was playing video games, into this stuff. I would have never played this back in the day, the original
Oh,
or
I
the
love
sequel,
story
because
games.
this is not the stuff I want to do. And
I love story games.
like I said, I give Pedro Pascal. He's got a hit show. It's getting great ratings, but so that's all it is to me. It's not
okay.
something that I ever want to see again because it's boring. When I want
You'll
to see a
forget on
zombie
Wednesday
show,
about it.
when I want to see a zombie show, I want to see zombies. I want to see action. I want to see the zombies attacking people. I didn't see any zombies barely.
Yeah, and that was, and you know what? That's one
That makes sense
disappointment
on
I
my
got
part.
with the show. It's just the fucking fact that it is true what Tony said. Like, and you know, we had to put it again in Tony's perspective. They showed you, which to me is stupid. Okay, so in the game we get the spores. We understand why they use the spore because of the way they use the dark, and you'll be able to see it. Real world, we kind of knew the spore wouldn't work because guess what? You're breeding everything. So they introduced this way of zombies finding a way to find you if you step on, you know, on those things. And then they only pay off on one episode. Like, come on. To be honest, now thinking about it, yeah, I expected more. You know, I expected like, okay, and this is like something like, here we go. This last episode would have been great. Like, you know, when they're going through the tunnels or something with the, you know, if they would have stepped and I don't know, they could have done a lot of stuff with, you know, like Tony said, they use a lot of stuff they introduce and then they fall on it. Another thing that to me, I wish they would have done more was like showing like on episode 1 and 2 how the whole thing started. That would have been nice if they would have kept telling that story too. Even if you would have gave us 5 minutes before, you know how they do that, they start telling the story and then the intro came. That would have been cool if they would have kept telling that story, because I kind of actually did find that story. And I don't know if it's because, you know, like I said, I already played the game. I knew where the story was coming. So little things like that I found refreshing where, you know, like I wish they would explore more. Like, you know, how they in the episode 1, the people in 1960 was it or 70, they were explaining how
60s, yeah.
They were explaining how if it would control the brain, how it could happen. And then the lady on episode 2 in that country, I forgot the name of the country, but the lady there is explaining like, you know, just nuke us, we're done. I would have liked if they would explore a little bit more of that. And like one thing I found refreshing, which you brought it up, Sleepy, on this episode was Abby's mom being played by the original actor that plays. No, I mean Ellie's mom being played by the original actor. You know, that was cool.
That much different.
No,
Honestly.
and to be honest, that was cool. That was something refreshing that you didn't see in the video game, and it's something that I liked to explore. You know, it's the little things that probably, like Tony said, you edit this some different way, you got a better story.
Yeah,
Probably it is the editing.
What happened with Joel's brother? Why wasn't that an episode? He's in episode 1, then he's gone. Why didn't before they went to Wyoming, you tell that story of him leaving? That should have been an episode.
They did expand on everyone else's story. I can agree with you.
Like I said, you should have expanded the characters more. You gave me little bits and pieces of like everything, and not enough of more story to keep me entertained.
I think the problem here.
Just,
No, I think I understand what you're saying. The problem here, and Sleepy kind of hit the nail in the coffin, where they decided to focus on characters that shouldn't have gotten the focus. Like, I understand episode 3, that story really didn't have to be, other than to tie them together with Joel and and whatnot. Other than to tie it with them, I don't see why they really told that story. They should have told, like, episode 3 should have been the story of Joel's brother, telling you how he got there, how he started that settlement. That would have been beautiful. I would have enjoyed that.
You give me 2 minutes of an attack. He gets shot, and then the next thing you know, it's 20 years later. You're telling me no zombie, no raider ever came and attacked those two, ever in 20 years. You should have had more attacks and more attempts, showing what badasses they really were to survive all that long.
True. Show us the.
Where are the monkeys? Because off camera, we talked how the monkeys were supposed to mean something.
Oh yeah, that was disappointing. I can agree.
That was disappointing.
They were supposed to be zombies.
And you could tell the monkeys were supposed to mean something, but they never showed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I could nitpick, other than the first 2 episodes, I could nitpick everything about this show and just constantly shit on it. Because had you edited and added more scenes, this would have been a better show to me. And in my opinion, you guys and everybody else who played the game are so caught up that you got to see this from the game, you got to see this from the game, that you don't see it from an honest point of view as someone who didn't play the game. You're just seeing it as fans of the game. You got the scenes you wanted in live action. You're happy. And that's basically all you guys need. But you don't see it as actually, is this a good show? In my opinion. And that's why I don't think it is. Even if I had played the game, I just don't think this is a good show. And I think, having been watching zombie movies before the two of you were born, the zombie genre is totally dead to me now. And that was started by The Walking Dead that kills zombies, and this show has totally killed it. I don't care if I ever see a zombie movie again. I know we will in Marvel with the Marvel zombies, which is a total ripoff of the zombie genre, but I don't ever need to see zombies again.
Which I'm interested in that show. I'm really interested in that show. But other than that, like I said, I'm happy with what I got. At the end of the day, it's everybody's own opinion. Me and Sleepy gave it a 10. Tony is glad. And for that, we're going to celebrate. Woo! For Tony. So he could, Tony's done with it.
This thing is out of my life. I can finally get this show out of my life. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank HBO. You were great. I'm going to probably cancel my HBO subscription on this. And it doesn't serve any purpose to have it anymore.
And to end the thing, we'll have Bitter Tony till Wednesday. On Wednesday, something cool will happen in Mandalorian. Boom.
And Tony's going to be revived again.
No. He's going to be done. No more Last of Us reminder. Nothing. He'll be out of his mind.
He's going to have this bad taste washed out of his mouth. But it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. We love it. We respect it. And it doesn't change the type of person Tony is for not liking a TV show.
Exactly.
Yes, it does. This has totally changed me. This has sort of aged me like 6 years. This show has hurt my heart. That hopefully I can go get the defibrillator at work tomorrow and get it back. Maybe that'll help get the taste of this show out of my body.
Does that mean this was worse than She-Hulk for you?
Please. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
All right, people, there you have it.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I apologize to the She-Hulk show. Having to watch this crap. I apologize.
All right, wrap it up, Tony.
All right, we have a PS5 giveaway. If you leave a comment on this video or just give it a thumbs up, you'll be entered into a contest to win a PS5, which is off camera in the studio there by Gecko. Deuces, nerds.